Well, hello there. Thanks for joining us. In this video, we have some fantastic news for Canadians who are wanting to sponsor a parent or a grandparent to come to Canada. There has been some recent developments that will make you very excited. So please don't go away. Stay with us. Remember, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Donovan Francis and I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer, and I help skilled workers who are already inside Canada and those who are outside Canada to become Canadian permanent residents without having to deal with all of the complicated legal forms that are part of that process. Now, if you are a Canadian permanent resident or you're a Canadian citizen who is wanting to sponsor your parent or your grandparent who is not yet a Canadian permanent resident, the government of Canada has recently opened the window for applications to sponsor parents and grandparents. Now, this is a big deal because generally speaking, the government of Canada has a quota, a limit on the number of applications that are accepted at any given time. Previously, the government opened the window to these applications, and within a matter of minutes, the quota was filled and the window was closed. This time around, the government has announced that it will be opening the window to applications for a period of 3 weeks, starting on the 13th of October 2020. So what it means is that effective the 13th of October 2020, you will have the opportunity to submit your application for the sponsorship of a parent or grandparent, and that application window will remain open until November 3rd, 2020. All right, so that's starting the 13th of October at 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and running until the 3rd of November at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will be able to submit an application for the sponsorship of your parent or for the sponsorship of your grandparent. And of course, this is only going to be possible if you're already a Canadian permanent resident or if you are a Canadian citizen. All right, only Canadian permanent residents and Canadian citizens are eligible to apply to sponsor their parents or grandparents and have them become Canadian permanent residents. So what will happen is that once the applications are received during this 3-week window, the government of Canada is then going to be doing a random selection. So it is going to randomly select potential sponsors from this pool of applicants that they have received during the 3-week period, and then they'll be sending an invitation to submit an application. All right. So what you'll be doing during this 3-week period is submitting an expression of interest. You're going to be applying to let the government know that you're interested in sponsoring your parent or grandparent. And if your application is selected during the random selection process, then you will be issued an invitation to submit an application. Okay. Now, another very important consideration is the matter of the minimum necessary income. Now, in order for you to sponsor a parent or grandparent, you must be in a position, or the government needs to be convinced that you are going to be in a position to a good financial position to take care of the family members you're wanting to sponsor. Okay, and the way the government does this is by having a requirement that you must meet what's known as a minimum necessary income. So generally, there's a minimum necessary income that needs to be met. However, in the case of parent and grandparent sponsorship, there's also an additional requirement that you also, an additional 30% be added to the minimum necessary income. And just to give you a sense of what that looks like in financial terms, so a household of 2 persons, so that would be a household where the sponsor is included in the calculation. So that would be where there's 1 person in the household, 1 Canadian permanent resident or citizen, and that person wants to sponsor a single parent or a single grandparent. They would be required to show a minimum necessary income of $32,000, $270 per year. Okay, if there are 3 persons in the household, including the sponsor, then the minimum necessary income is going to be $39,672, and so on and so forth. Previously, this minimum necessary income would be there at 30% would have been added to this minimum necessary income. So that would have been the requirement up until now. However, in light of the challenges being brought about by the coronavirus, the government has decided to implement a temporary public policy. All right, and here it is. It says exceptional circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic. They're implementing a temporary public policy that will reduce the income requirement for this 2020 tax year to the minimum necessary income only, instead of the minimum necessary income plus 30%. So you no longer need to do minimum necessary income plus 30%. All you need is the minimum necessary income that is indicated here. All right, so there you have it. Again, if you are planning or wanting to sponsor a parent or grandparent to come to Canada, now is the time to do so. The government has recently opened the application window, and you are now able to apply. You have 3 weeks starting on the 13th of October to submit an expression of interest to have your parent or grandparent sponsored. I trust you found value from this video, and if you have an application that you need assistance with, be sure to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist. Before we go, remember to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and to check us out on our website at go.gooselaw.com.